just read with Malcolm,
And the jingle.
Really lovely to see you. And Michael, you were just telling us on Saturday you were...
Oh, on Saturday I wasn't here because I was in a cage with 4 tigers because I was at the Moscow Circus filming. And I had to go into the cage with them, and they were literally licking their lips as I went in.
I said poor tigers.
Yeah, obviously. Fortunately, yeah, exactly. Obviously, not a tasty enough meal. But I did have the trainer with me, and a set of very strict rules that I had to abide by in order not to be eaten, which is why I'm still here.
Very good. Genesis 43.
16 to the end. I love the way that when you started reading this, you literally had to give us some background, because it's like almost like a sort of a film series. It's each episode is so vivid, and such a development in the story. You had to give us background.
Yes.
It's great. And Benjamin, and actually, so I missed a couple of morning prayers, but actually they spend a long time getting back.
They go back, and then, Joseph has said, you've got to bring your younger brother. And Dad says, look, I've lost Joseph. I've now lost Simeon. He's in prison in Egypt. There's no way I'm going to give my favourite,
Right.
Benjamin. So, yes, he...
And it's very interesting. They're sort of full of fear, and of course there's this great teasy thing going on, because they don't actually know that it's their brother, do they? And he hasn't revealed it yet.
No, but full of emotion. I do find reading this incredibly emotional, this passage, with Joseph. He doesn't know whether his father's alive, so he has to ask them that. And then, when he sees Benjamin, he's overcome with emotion. And it's just
he had to go out and cry, didn't he, in a separate room?
Yeah.
Oh, that was very interesting.
Interesting seating arrangements.
Yes, they were all separate. Because the Egyptians couldn't eat with the Hebrews. For this is an abomination.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That was amazing. How bizarre.
Yes.
But these are all very strict rules.
Yeah.
And because the Hebrews, so the Hebrews are obviously the brothers, right?
The Hebrews are the brothers.
Right.
Joseph is a Hebrew, but they don't realise that.
Yeah.
So Joseph could have eaten with them, but obviously he's very important official, so he's not eating with them. Yeah.
Gosh, it's amazing.
So it gets even more dramatic tomorrow, I think. Yes.
And then Hebrews. So we were reading Galatians before, I think. So Hebrews is another bunch of letters, is it?
Hebrews is a letter. We don't quite know who wrote Hebrews. It wasn't Paul. Good morning, Kirill. Good morning. Lovely to see you. We don't know who wrote it. There are a number of sort of different suggestions of people it could be. Almost certainly wasn't Paul. But it's written to Jewish Christians.
But it's interesting. It's interesting, the idea that they say that Jesus is basically bigger and better and more powerful than angels.
Exactly. That's the point of this chapter.
Right. Why? So why? I'm just interested. Was that a sort of an issue? Was it like they were discussing
for some people? There was a lot of sort of talk of angels and the power of angels, and and also, was Jesus really just an angel? A super angel, a super archangel who God had said? And the answer is a very definite no. He is so much more than an angel. And I mean, these first verses are just amazing. Long ago, God spoke to our ancestors in many and various ways by the prophets, but today he's spoken to us by a Son, who he appointed heir of all things, through whom he also created the worlds. And then this astonishing line, he is the reflection of God's glory and the exact imprint of God's very being, and he sustains all things by his powerful word. It's sort of just the power of it's really sort of focusing us on who Jesus is.
Well, I do love all these letters because they all have all these different groups of early Christians. They all have issues, don't they? Some are sort of arguing amongst themselves about genealogy, and it seems this bunch are all like, well, is he an angel? Is he not an angel? Is he the Son of God? I love all these sort of these doubts and queries. Thank you. Yes, thank you. And good morning.
Good morning. We know that's brilliant. We hoped it's live. Yes, so that's fantastic.
Great. But it is interesting, isn't it? How all these sort of doubts and worry. It must have been so weird for them. It's something so new.
Yeah. And I mean, you're right about the sort of with so many of these letters, you need to know the backstory a little bit to understand why are they writing like this?
Right. I mean, I love it because all these congregations, these early congregations, are very human, aren't they? They're all kind of like full of sort of concern.
And because this is a congregation made up of Jewish people who've become Christians,
right.
He's quoting the Old Testament a lot.
Right.
Because they know their Old Testament.
Right.
Whereas Paul in Galatians doesn't quote the Old Testament that much.
Okay.
Because he's writing to people who don't really know their Old Testament.
It's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
All these different challenges.
Lovely.
That.
Have a wonderful day.
And a great week.
And lovely. Bless you. Bye-bye. And you've probably been able to see our own little tiger.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
There he is, sort of, who's been wandering around.
But he's not 200 kilograms like the tigers I was with. They were big. Yeah, I mean, they were huge. Apparently, they don't actually want to eat you. They want to play with you. But unfortunately, when a 200-kilogram creature sort of just wants to sort of gently play with you with its paw, it tends to actually harm you.
Lovely. Bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye.